Good evening. What's going on, y'all? Once again, here to watch the 1960 1093 2605 KVK. We're zoomed out on the map at the moment. 960 lost a chunk of territory down here. Big chunk. They were pushing in 93's downtime. They got a few of the 93 flags down, but 93 is just able to push more during their uptime than they're losing in their downtime. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day. What's going on, Yosef? Sasha, Elam, and St. Jolene here with us today. Good to see you guys. I know there are other streamers streaming this KVK, but I promised I'd throw up a live stream today, so here we are. 2605 was balling up and fighting with 1093 earlier also, but that pass appears to be rather dead at the moment. Most of the action is going to be over in this area. This flag I don't think matters, but this flag, 1093 back, or excuse me, 1960 back flagging. That's something you don't see too often. Actually, I had my days all screwed up, so I have interviews tomorrow on Thursday, not on Wednesday. How are you guys doing? Let's throw up a little poll here. We're gonna keep it simple. I mean, if 960 keeps losing flags like this, it is going to be quite interesting. What's up, Clap? Is super aggressive at the moment, building flags and burning as much as they can. Three hours on that flag? Really? 2 minutes on that flag? .2605 still pressuring 1960 also. Let's take a look. They're just kind of free burning, aren't they? Interesting. What's up, Dracul? Where were we here? That flag's going down. Those cities will auto-teleport then. How long's that got? Not long. this flag gets swarmed here in about 1 minute and 7 seconds. There can't be many troops in there. It's got 3 hours left on it to build. Hey, Magnum down. Our KVK is pretty much over. Fire Camp and Water Camp 1. We're in Fire Camp, so it's a victory. We currently hold the ziggurat. We're going to hold the ziggurat through the Chronicle rewards until the end, and at which time Water Camp will take it. We're just doing some building now so we can get the coin for having 4 Hyrons and the rewards for having 4 sanctuaries. So, and our enemies, Earth Camp and Wind Camp, they've both cut deals with us to where don't burn us, just let us free farm and we'll clear the way for you to get whatever you need. So the rest of KVK should be quite uneventful. What do we got here? 14 days. So just taking advantage of the higher level resource nodes and farming like a madman. Yeah, they just barely tapped that flag and that flag's gone. I don't know if 1093 wins. Does that make them the best kingdom in the game? Caleb, thank you. What's up, Fub? They're just free burning these flags now. Crazy. What's up, Lefty? They're just huge in numbers. Their balls are just insane. Murder balls, right? I mean, I'm not gonna. Yeah, we'll leave that comment alone. You think 60 gave up? I mean, I would imagine that they want to get out of Imperium so they can bring some players in. Win or lose, you know their players are going to want to migrate there. Yeah, I mean, 93's definitely got the numbers. So what direction do, all right, let's just say 93 wins this KVK, right? What direction do many of these kingdoms go in? A lot of kingdoms have been building to be the, 1-2 alliance type kingdoms like 1960. Do kingdoms reverse course and they continue to build like 93 is and just stack it with 800 super solid players? Does it take that numbers advantage? I don't know. I have no idea. It looks like they've chosen this spot in this spot to defend flags, and they're letting flags down here burn. I don't know. GT got cut out. FN got cut out. I mean, they still got a nice chunk of territory here, but that's not a lot, relatively speaking, in Kingsland. Well, 93 has 3 or 4 groups and different KVKs at the moment. I mean, these are all farms, right? I don't see any huge accounts here holding that flag. I don't think they're used to playing defensively. Kingsland just opened. I can't imagine 1960s giving up. They're probably just kind of maybe playing possum a bit, we can hope. Double king buff. Uh-oh, here we go.
Fight!
I don't understand, though, why 960 is just sitting back and waiting for all the 93 players to get here. I mean, it's closest to their territory. You think they would just attack them before they had their 60,000 frickin' marches here? I don't know. What's up, Big Hammer? Hello from 1401. Cheers. I mean, who am I to second guess 1960, though, right? I mean, they've been successful with what they've done thus far. don't know if the game's just glitching or what. I don't see a lot of sad faces. You'd think there'd be a lot more sad faces going home from both sides. You just don't often see a 960 murder ball getting pushed like this. The numbers that 93 can bring to the field, just crazy. And I mean, a lot of people, oh, they're free to play. They're if they were all free to play, I don't think they'd be able to do this. 93 is winning the majority of the murder balls that I've been witnessing. Other than very early this morning, 960 was winning a bunch. But I would say 3/4 of the day, 93 is able to push him back. Oh yeah, 960, they spend a ton. Absolute ton. Yes, Gumbo, you can join the stream. I have not removed the Gumbo emoji just yet. I will have a conversation with you after the stream, though, my friend. Just look at all those marches. That's crazy. Just 93 doing what 93 does. Pushing in, clearing the field, attacking flags. Hey, Avor. I blame Yafi. It's always the French guy's fault, right? Yeah, this is not something we have seen before. Even when 960 went up against 365. I mean, there were times that it looked similar, but not like this. Not like this, and this just goes to show how good 1093 is. It's not just you. Well, I mean, I think the last KVK 960 had, right? They did not get out of Imperium, so they did not get to bring in a bunch of new players. At least this KVK, they'll probably drop out of Imperium and get to bring in some players and reload. And I'm sure, and assuming that they lose, and it's far from over yet, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I mean, the longer the fight goes on, the more favored 960 is. But it's been, what, a day and a half now? They were up to, well, they really haven't gained any ground, and they're losing territory down here on the bottom. Everything that 93 touches on the bottom is burning. You know, and losing territory like this, what does that mean for 960, right? That means they'll have less port space for their farms to come in and fill the flags. And then they'll have to use main accounts that are there to fill flags. And that's less troops then on the open field, which we can see they're already having a problem in the open field, at least at the present time. .960 should have let 605 into Kingsland. Why? Why? What's to say 93 and 605 then don't gang up on 960? And how would they have let them in? I mean, 960 only had 2 passes into Kingsland. What, are they going to give up one of their passes? Yeah, I don't quite understand that statement, Jared, so if you'd care to explain a bit further, that would be fabulous. Or Jabid, sorry. They would need to drop a lot of power, I'm sure, but... Yeah, I don't know if 2605, 1093, and 1960 were all in Kingsland. Who's to say that 2605 wouldn't also be attacking 1960 at the present time? Because I mean that's what you do, right? You go after the kingdom that you think is your biggest threat, and if both 93 and 2605 viewed 1960 as the biggest threat, they'd both be going after him. Yeah, 2605 was fighting 1093 up at a pass earlier, but that's fighting stopped. It lasted a couple of hours. And 2605 is pretty much free burning 960 flags on the backside. But I mean, I think we're all seeing what we wanted to see, right? 1093 versus 1960. Just imagine, though, if the domains didn't exist and 1093 had another 1,600 players in here. Because they have 3 domains, or maybe even 4 domains out there in different KVKs right now. I don't know, guys. when you're fighting in KVK, right? I mean, like our last KVK, we walked through Earth Camp in Zone 5. You know, swarm everything, get them out as quickly as possible. That gave the appearance to our allies that, oh, Earth Camp was weak. You know, if you got another kingdom on the ropes, you can't let up. You can't give them an inch. That gives them then confidence. That gives them then a morale boost. And that could, you know, a lot of times, you know, the way a lot of players operate, right? They'll log on. If their kingdom's doing good, great. They're going to fight their guts out. If their kingdom's doing bad, you know, they might fight for a little bit, look at their stats and say, oh, hey, I got my kills, I got my deads, we're losing anyway, so I'm going to go play another game. You know, if you start giving them an inch, they're going to take a mile. What's up, Shangwa? I mean, I think there is a bit of bad blood between 2605 and 1960, not just for how diplomacy went this KVK, but yeah, 1960's got, from what I understand, a fair number of 1254 players there piloting those accounts. So, is it the circle healing formation, Fub? I haven't tried it yet. I don't have any armaments for it yet. So Chisgo was showing an email, a system email that he got earlier, telling him how many legendaries he had gotten and how many, how many armaments chests he had opened and how many legendary inscriptions he had gotten. Has anyone gotten that email? I have not. And the crazy thing is, if I look at Zuliang, right, and I hit the armaments and the info, it's telling me I still need 116 legendary armaments chests to get a rare or a legendary inscription. Earlier today, when he was streaming, I looked at this and it said 38. So what the fuck changed? Why'd I go from 38 to 116? I would say at the present time, 93 is winning. So I have no idea. I have no idea if they're giving away legendary and rare inscriptions for all the armaments chests that I've opened, I should be getting a few. It just seems odd that that's not a global thing and that certain kingdoms are getting it before others. At least that's my assumption, seeing as a large number of people on Chisgo's stream earlier said they hadn't gotten it, and him and the folks in his kingdom had. We're going to come right back here. It is just a few minutes before reset. I need to maintain my position as king of farmers. So I want to dump all these resources and get the points for them before reset here. So I apologize for just a minute. I'm in KVK. I'm in KVK. So I mean, if all the kingdoms in KVK got it, where's mine? Where's mine? Ripa, I've opened a ton of chests. A ton. I mean, almost every 2 weeks when that bundle pops out, I'm maxing it. I didn't get the email yet. I've only gotten one special inscription ever. No, I've never gotten a special inscription from opening chests. Because this Invincible is what I got with the 8 inscription shards. So the only legendaries I have I have 2 hunters from KVKs, and I have that Invincible. I have never once gotten a legendary opening a chest. And I guarantee you I have opened way more than 150. You all have seen it. Right? I know you've been here for those streams, eh? I think their Zig opens in, what is it, like 3 days after Kingsland opens? So another couple days maybe? I do not speak any other languages other than English. I took 2 years of Spanish in high school and 2 years of Chinese, but I completely forgot that. I hope I get some sick inscriptions. I really do. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. If I don't have anything by tomorrow at this time and I see other people getting it, I will definitely contact VIP support. Packing these? Nope. I keep getting those crowns. I don't want those crowns anymore. Why did I set coalition? Did I set a coalition marker here instead of... Oh, yeah. Hello. Oops. What tides are coming up next? 10% march speed. Garrison health. City killer. Yeah, no. I mean, why they give you these fighting inscriptions after Kingsland is already over? Beyond me. Beyond me. Or those tides, I mean. If Go Pack Go is Packanese, then yes, I speak it. If the Bears still suck is Packanese, then yes, I speak it. Oh, do I get another artifact too? That's nice. Fighting's done, but I get another artifact. already have the archer one. All I have is infantry left, so we'll get the infantry one, just for shits and grins. I like march speed. We'll take march speed. Putting a whole lot of thought into this, as you can see. I thought the USC quarterback said that he absolutely positively did not want to go to Chicago, and that he would sit out the draft if Chicago picked him. You know, maybe we have one of those Eli Manning situations. One of those didn't the Chargers draft Eli Manning and he would not go there, and they traded him to New York, and then way back in like 88, 89. John Elway got drafted by the Colts and then traded to the Broncos. Bridge fighting is always fun. We are getting first occupation and chronicle rewards. The water camp will get the final Zig rewards. There was a friendly fight in Kingsland and they won. You know, it was an unfortunate time for many of us in 1029, and most of our whales were unable to participate. It was yesterday at 12 UTC, and I had a 6-hour meeting where I was training new associates. So I mean, most of the time if there's fighting, I can, at least garrison and do rallies and that type of stuff. But I could not yesterday. Yeah, I think he registered for the draft, but I mean, I think he has publicly said, at least what I understand, he's publicly said that he does not want to go to Chicago. And if Chicago picks him, he can always just sit out. Those college players are making money now too, so it's not like they're hurting for money. If the Bears draft him, right, he's a starter from day one. And very, very few quarterbacks can survive their rookie season in the NFL and become great quarterbacks. I think there are some exceptions to that rule, right? Like, Peyton Manning. But even his first and second season, he was throwing interception after interception after interception. So, we'll see. We'll see. I agree. Why would anyone want to go to Chicago? I avoid it like the plague. There's the map for you. Gonna restart the game quickly before I forget. How many teams, though, actually need a quarter? There's, like a dozen or so teams? I was reading something a few weeks back. There's only like a dozen or so teams that really need a quarterback, like, desperately. Come on, just load already. I mean, I think Chicago needs to get back to what Chicago does best, and that's run the ball and play excellent defense. That's Bears football, right? And they try and get cute and fancy with these quarterbacks, and it just has not worked out for them. What's up, Chronico? 960's on fire. Many of their flags are burning on both sides. 2605 is basically free burning them on the entire right side of the map, and 1093 is burning a lot of their flags on this left side. I mean, Chicago Green Bay games are almost always good games. It's just, I think Green Bay's won 10 in a row against the Chicago Bears. But they were more competitive games when, you know, you had the Mike Singletaries, the Walter Paytons, the Brian Urlachers. You know, at least they had a defense. I don't know. Don't get me wrong, I don't want the Bears to win. My two favorite teams are the Green Bay Packers and whoever's playing the Chicago Bears. But I think they need to get back to quote-unquote Bears football. They also need a new stadium. That field is super freaking old. At least when the Saints lose, we can get wasted and eat po' boys. In warm weather, it helps us forget that those losses real fast. So I have a friend who's a police officer in Milwaukee, and he said whenever the Packers win, he hardly gets any calls. But when the Packers lose, the number of calls that come into the police station for people who are drunk and disorderly just is probably 10 times when they win. The mayor of Chicago and part owner of Soldier Field has transferred ownership from Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love. Archers report 600 million kill points. Are you talking, which one are we talking here? This one here? That was a nice one. Noobzilla has some absolutely insane reports as well. He posted them on my Discord in the reports section. I mean, he was using Tariq Ash, and he had the infantry artifact on Ash, and his trades in those rallies were 8-1, 9-1, just crazy, absolutely crazy. First Packer game you took the wife to was the Bears-Packers game when they broke A-Rod's collarbone. Yeah, and you never took her again, did you? I give my wife shit all the time. You know, she'll go and take the dog outside, and the Packers will make an interception, or they'll score a touchdown. I'll tell her, nope, you got to stay out of the room for the rest of the game. The joy of a DC is playing with a small group of people that you're friends with, instead of getting lost in the shuffle of 800 players. That's the joy I have in a DC. The reports are just icing on the cake. MGEs are just icing on the cake. Do we really have GT players cheeseburgering? That's something I never thought I'd see. Someone was spamming LKC. Give bastions. What? Give bastions to G4s. Oh, okay. We got any new events? Should we just go for broke on this? What the fuck? I want the gold heads. Oh, there's 8, 9, 16, 17. Why don't I get this luck on a commander that matters? I'm probably the only stupid one that is max spinning this guy. But I want those goldies. Getting a lot of freaking Gonzalo heads. Okay. Now we're done. Where the hell is he even? Played over 4 years in 93, never had a chance to be in 10 in MG. Oh shit, I completely spaced Gosu, I'm so sorry. When you pop into the stream, feel free to drop that exclamation point. Gosu yourself. Sometimes I get lost in the moment and I forget who all here has got YouTube channels and who doesn't. Did some barb chaining with him? How do you do? Big Pass 4 fight tomorrow. I'm going to stream at 8:30 a.m. Pacific time. Nice. I will do my best to remember and check it out. That's about the time of day that I am working away and just need something to keep my mind off of over-analyzing things. I don't know. Do you guys really think 960 has given up? I mean, these guys are having absolutely no problems burning flags. I can't imagine that they've given up. Are they fighting somewhere else? Am I just missing it somewhere else? $26.05 maybe doing something to 93 up here? Nope. I mean, shit's burning, but... think they're letting these flags burn on purpose to reduce the number of contact points? That may make sense. Yeah, what have I said for about 2 weeks now, right? The way you beat 960 is to open up multiple fronts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, we know GT in 1960 can defend 2, even 3 fronts at once. But when you have 9 possible points where they're touching territory, it's going to be incredibly hard for them to defend. So what? Kingsland opened a day and a half ago. So I'm guessing there are like 16 to 18 days left in this KVK. Sorry for not having you in the... Yeah, I wish I was there for the fun fights in Kingsland, but it just it wasn't something I had planned for. So we did... it was a fun KVK, regardless. You know, I'm not disappointed with what happened in that KVK in one bit at all. You know, Fire Camp and Water Camp did a fantastic job. I couldn't have asked for better allies. Yep, exactly, T-Pro. I mean, you got what, 150, 170 main accounts, another 170 farms. I don't think 93's had to back flag all that much. I mean, 960 was able to push some flags earlier today. But the amount of flags they're losing in 93's uptime is considerably more than 93 was losing in their downtime. So unless we see 1960 really turn it up, and I guarantee you, if 960, I mean, when 960's fighting here, 2605 is nipping at their heels back here, right? So it's, you know, at the end of it, what do you do? What do you do? I don't have the answers. We're just watching the fun. I mean, yeah, this, I would call this a free burn, right? All you need is the rally. You're not even swarming it. I mean, if they want to drain 93, they would keep the flags full and make it so they had to swarm the flag in order, and we're losing those troops. No, no. 960 is too good an Ark of Osiris, and one KVK loss would not crush them. I think if 960 loses this KVK, they're going to want to drop out of Imperium status and bring in some more quality players. I guarantee you there are players out there that would love to migrate to 960. Yeah, are they playing possum? Are they playing possum? Playing dead? Just maintaining some territory here, waiting for 93 to say to let their guard down? Who knows? I think the thing with 1960 is they hate Chisgall so much that they would rather lose KVK than help 2605 win. I think those two kingdoms do kind of have a little bit of a beef with each other, but and it goes both ways, right? I think 2605, yeah, sure, they kind of showed up a little bit today up here. And they've got some of the 93 stuff burning. There was some open field fighting up here earlier. But now they're pretty much gone. I think they would much rather see 960 lose than 960 win. So, and I've said for days now that 2605 is going to be the X factor. You guys know, even in KVKs where 93 is lost, I like the way these guys operate. 962, right? I mean, they're generally full-on aggression, swarm everything. I love that. And 93 just they move in with their murder ball, they clear the field, they rally the objective. Then they fall back, they refresh, they look at the next flag, they do it all over again. It's like watching a finely tuned orchestra. Ooh. I gotta find my sounds. Gosu says the only way 1960 implodes is if 12-inch goes there. Sorry, it took me a second to get to the soundboard here. I wasn't ready for that one. Where is the 93 ball? We'll look. My guess is they want to get the flags down here on fire next. think 365 got rid of a lot of not dead weights, but lower performing players. Don't quote me on that though. C. Will's down here, though. He can probably fill that flag by himself, although at 108 million power, maybe not. Here's what I've always struggled with, right, is kingdoms, and we'll just use 1365 as an example, right? Kingdoms who make players who fight, who kill troops, who fight hard, who are performing in the kingdom. Oh, there goes C. Will. He moved down here. Nope, that's just a coincidence. Somebody else poured it in at the same time. That make players, delete troops or fill their hospitals or whatever, so that they can bring players in that are unproven. I would rather keep my loyal players in the kingdom, the players that I know are going to show up in KVK, fight every KVK, than bring in players that I don't know that will perform. I'd rather have 20 Mad Manias here that I know are going to be here, and they're just a Discord call away, than I would have 20 other players here who I can't reach on Discord when fighting breaks out. And that's one of the problems I had in bigger kingdoms I was in myself, like 1052. Everybody's got to double fill hospitals. Everybody's got to delete troops. We got to get players into the kingdom. And it's like, well, I'm throwing it all out there every KVK, and you're making me drop power to bring in unproven players who you're bringing into this kingdom based on killing dead numbers. And you can't tell me for sure if those are brand new players who just bought the account or their level of experience. How many days until 2605 reaches Kingsland? I doubt they will. I get why kingdoms do it. I understand that, but that's always kind of bothered me. And Alloys was in 1365, and he was always like, oh man, I gotta delete troops again. Knowing Apocalypse Gaming from 2049 was having to delete troops, and he goes hard every KVK. Alloys goes hard every KVK. But it's like, oh, you gotta delete troops so we can bring players in, and it's like, come on. At what point in time is enough enough? I gotta keep Matt happy, because I get at least 4 hours sleep when he's online for the night shift. Yeah, they're really not even defending these flags. Apocalypse didn't play up to his power. You didn't see him fight in the last KVK then, did you? I know Mad Phantom. I know Mad Phantom through MF. There was one point when I was in 1052 where I was migrating out, and if I didn't go to 1029, I would have gone to 1307. So yeah, I know Mad Phantom. He's been on our Discord dozens and dozens of times. Talked to him quite a bit. I seen him go hard in 2489 also, though, so. I mean, you have players that are loyal to your kingdom. I mean, if players absolutely positively don't perform, they're not there for KVK, yeah, 100%. I am king of farmers. Look at that. First place, stage 3 resource gathering. Is 60 fighting? Not really, no. Everything the enemy touches is burning. Everything 93 is touching is on fire. 2605 has them lit on fire on this side too. So it's unclear to me exactly what they've decided to do here. Are they just trying to lay low for a bit and put them to sleep? And maybe they're all, maybe they're all getting 4 hours sleep themselves, and they have a time, and they said, everybody get online at this time. We're going to do a push. God only knows. We'll see. Time will tell. Marcel, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate you, sir. Where are all these troops going and why? This is where all the 60 GT troops are. I think they're trying to prevent... So if 93 can push up here, or cut over here... Actually, I guess this... Yeah, they can't get into this zone, right? But if they can push up here, this is a lot of territory that 960 loses. They're not going to push back here anytime soon. But if they can come up this way and cut this flag here. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. Holy crap. Look who's here. Apocalypse Gaming has rated me. Thank you, Apo. I appreciate you. You guys don't know Apo? I'm going to put a link to his channel in the chat. For those of you that don't know me, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We're live 4 or 5 days a week, watching any KVK we possibly can. Doing stupid shit today, like spinning the wheel. Like spinning the wheel for this Frenchie. Or Spanish guy. I guess he's Spanish. He looks like he's Frenchy. Welcome, welcome. Thank you again, Apocalypse Gaming, for the raid. Don't forget on your way in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Greatly appreciate it. We're working our way towards 3,000 subscribers. Trying to catch Apocalypse. He just hit 5,000 the other day. Once we hit 3,000, Electro King himself will give away a profile picture to one lucky viewer. What's up, Isaac? Good to see ya. Justin, Morgan. Good to have y'all here. Thanks for jumping on. Appreciate you, Apo. You are the man, the myth, the legend, the Boom Boom King. Yeah, Apple's got the best hair for sure. And I've been trying to get him to tell me what shade of lipstick he wore in his profile picture, but I think that's a trade secret.
Fight.
With 150 people watching, we should definitely be able to hit 100 likes, though. And if we do, I'll drop 5 gifted memberships in the chat. Just saying. Just saying. What does gifted membership get you? That gets you access to some sweet Electro King emojis. I'm going to drop them all in the chat now so you guys can see. Dennis, oh Dennis. Dennis says Shirley Chisholm was not part of that hair discussion. What's up, Blackout? Good to see you. Hey, I don't have any hair on my head either, but it's by choice. I buzz my hair about every month, month and a half. I just like it short. I like to wear baseball caps, and you know, I don't know that there's any way a baseball cap would fit on Apo's head. What's up, Hood? Sam Gallo, cheers. Yeah, look at Apo's profile picture. He says it's Photoshop filters, but I swear he's wearing lipstick. Go check it out. I ask him all the time what shade of lipstick he's wearing in his profile picture, and he says it's Photoshop filters. I don't know that I believe him, though, because I saw his wife on stream, and it looked to be the same shade she was wearing. Matt says totally lipstick. See, I'm not the only one. Apo is the best hair, followed by 12-inch and Chisgul. If you say so. If you say so. He's got some good videos out there, some good starter guides, right? But everybody fights and plays the game differently. So you've got the tier lists that I see many of these content creators put out. I don't always agree with, but again, everyone plays the game differently. And if you're, a lot of questions people ask content creators: should I use this commander with that commander? Who should I expertise next? Those are really hard questions to answer, because you have to know, okay, what other commanders does this person have? How many infantry marches are they running? How many archer marches are they running? How many cavalry marches are they running? What city skins do they have? What's their equipment? What's their armaments? It is so hard for a content creator to answer a question: should I max this commander, when they don't have all of the information, right? So I get it. A lot of the tier lists people put out are fairly generic, and they're meant more for players who are new to Season of Conquest or newer to the game. I understand that, but it's hard when you're the big time content creator to make everyone happy. And he's got the most subscribers of any Rise of Kingdom content creator, so he's going to have a fair share of people that dislike him as well. He does it for a living, though. You got to respect the man for that. He makes a living playing the game that he loves. Nugget says Chisgul sucks. They're I don't know. I was in 1039 when he was there. And he's very much about his YouTube channel. And I get that, right? That's how he puts food on the table for his family. That's how he pays his mortgage. I understand all that. So I'm not going to knock the man for that at all. I came out of lurking just to say that. Carry on. Was it upsetting when he left 1039 and took a whole bunch of the fighters with him? Yeah, it was. But I was newer to the game at that point in time. And, I was loyal to my kingdom. And after a while, I understood. White Tigers was about 30 hardcore fighters and about probably 120 players that were just there to soak up gold chests. And we experienced that firsthand in KVK 3, KVK 4, KVK 5. Nobody would fight. And then they had the brilliant idea of, well, let's get a council together and let's rule the kingdom by council and take a vote on everything. So if players didn't perform in KVK, it was, let's vote. Do we zero this player or not? And it was always, oh no, they're a friend of ours. They've been here since the beginning. They'll come back. They'll play KVK again. 2 KVKs go by. 3 KVKs go by. Can we zero them yet? Oh no, they're a friend of ours. Well, yeah, they're logging on fucking daily. They're collecting chests people buy, but they're not participating, and we still can't zero them. Well, let's take a vote. And it's like, fuck this. I'm out of here. He is definitely the biggest content creator in this game. I enjoy watching some of his live streams. It's videos like how to cheeseburger to get KP that I don't necessarily click the thumbs up button on. Nobody ever soaks up gold chest, just that Shinshi, right? Yeah, the gold chest dance. I mean, my favorite two content creators to watch are Redline and Apocalypse. You know, Redline because he fights balls to the wall, no fucks given. He'll charge into a murder ball and sad face all 7 marches and then bring them all out again. And that's how I fight. That's how I enjoy playing the game. And Apocalypse just because he's entertaining. You know, in this last KVK, he was a crazy fighter as well. Nugget. Oh, good God. She made a video that he's quitting rock. I'm like, when did you ever start playing? Yeah, let's not turn this into a Bash Chisgall stream, okay? You know, everybody's got their opinions. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. Yeah, you're just including me in that, Mad, so you don't get kicked out of the kingdom. That's all. Yeah, Redline's insane. I just wish he had a regular account like everyone else and not one of these developer accounts where every piece of equipment he crafts or refines is instantly crit. Right? I mean, I wish he had a regular account and not one of those dev accounts. And yeah, Redline is a good dude. You know, back in December, shortly before Christmas, I was notified that my company was eliminating positions, and I was on the chopping block. So I had to go through and not renew memberships on a lot of content creators' channels that I had memberships on. And I consider Redline a friend. So I messaged him and I said, dude, this is what's going on. And his response was, oh, I have a lot of contacts in this industry. If you need help, just let me know. You know, and he lives in California. I live in Wisconsin. But he's offering to help find me a job in the industry that he's in. You know, and it's like, man, this guy's truly a good person. Now, it ended up that the company I work for did see value with the work that I did, and they created a brand new position for me, which I am now in. But hang on one second. But just the fact that Redline would say, hey, dude, I can get you in the door here, here, or here. You know, that just shows what a good human being he is. Come on over to Cal. No, hell no. I will never, ever live in California or New York. Too many weirdos. Niner fan? No. I don't hate the Niners, though. You know, it's hard. I mean, I can't stand the Bears, obviously. Packers, Bears. I can't stand the Cowboys. But I don't hate the Niners. Joe Montana, Dwight Clark, Jerry Rice, Steve Young. That was a solid, very good team that I enjoyed watching. Now, do I never ever want to face the 49ers in the playoffs being a Green Bay Packers fan? You're damn right I don't. That's our Achilles heel right now. But, you know, I can't hate the Niners. I was actually hoping the Niners would beat the Chiefs. Of where I live in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. It is a small town of about 62,000 people. If you know where Chicago is and you know where... Well, actually, I should say, okay, if you know where Chicago is, you go a little bit north and you hit Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And then you just keep going north on Highway 41 and you hit Oshkosh, Wisconsin. So I'm about halfway. I'm about an hour north of Chicago and an hour south of Green Bay. See, as far as the Chiefs go, I like Andy Reid. You know, he came from the Mike Holmgren Green Bay Packers coaching tree, right? I just, for whatever reason, I think Patrick Mahomes is a nice, genuine guy. But I did not want to see the Chiefs win because the last thing I want to see is Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce all over the news. The last thing I want to see is more pictures of Mahomes' wife or his brother, who I think are sleazeballs, all over the TV. Just me. Just me. Closer to Apo than you are? What do you mean? Apo's like halfway around the world from me. Yeah, Will goes balls to the wall as well. What I can't stand, and maybe it's just me because I'm old and there's red line right here. And, you know, I don't like to micromanage my troops, right? I hate it when you're in a murder ball and you're fighting in dot mode and you go in and you attack. Oh my God, my screen's flashing red. Let me bring my troops back. Okay, my screen's not flashing red anymore. I can attack again. Yeah, fuck that shit. That's not how I enjoy playing this game. I understand everyone plays the game different, right? To each his own. But I'd rather charge into a murder ball, take negative trades, get 7 March sad-faced, and then bring it all out and do it all over again. Because if I'm running into a murder ball and I'm getting bad trades, that means my teammates that are coming in behind me are generally getting good trades, and I'm okay with that. What's up, Tech? Recovery KVK. Yeah, 1029. Just come to 1029, Gumbo. Remember all the problems and issues you had there. Hall Gaming is close. That's right. You always got to get that 30 million. It's at least one coin every KVK. No matter what else happens, that's one thing that you can control, generally, if you get fights. Nugget with the membership. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. The one thing I like about dot mode is when you're taking positive or negative trades, you don't know unless you zoom in. Oh no, we got a Bears fan in the chat. All the members know exactly what to spam in the chat. I won't hold it against you. I won't hold it against you. I love archers. I love archers, Pharaoh. No, generally I run 3 archers, 1 infantry, 1 cavalry. When I get to 6 marches, I'm running 3 archers, 1 infantry, 2 cavalry. When I get to 7 marches, then it's 3-2-2. No, there are some really good Bears fans out there. There's some really asshole Bears fans out there, and if you've been a Bears fan since the beginning of time, much respect for you. My roommate when I first moved out way back in 1988 was a Bears fan, and he was just the 80s. Bears were whooping up on the Packers, and he was just a complete and total dickhead about it the entire time. So now the tables are turned, but I'm not like that. If the Packers beat the Bears, I'm not rubbing it in every single week. We give you 2 easy wins a year. It's 10 wins in a row. That's pretty good, but it doesn't always happen that way. And I mean, I've been a Packers fan since I can remember. In the 70s, they sucked. In the 80s, they sucked. They got better in the 90s, 1-1 with Favre, right? But for the longest time, I prayed that I would just see the Packers win 1 Super Bowl. I've seen them win 2 now, so I can die a happy man. Even the beginning of this season, Packers are going to do bad. I said, I don't care what their record is at the end of the year, as long as their 2 wins are against the Chicago Bears. And they far exceeded my expectations this year. When you reach 95 million, you become, I had to start fighting with infantry this KVK, right? Because all my archers and cavalry are dead. Yeah, I do not enjoy playing in dot mode. I like to be able to target specific commanders, right? The Guans that are on the field, the other infantry marches that are on the field. Because when I'm hitting those infantry marches with Tamiris and a Herman, they just frickin' melt, I'm telling you. 1988, Grandpa. Yeah, dude, I'm 53 years old. I was born in 1970. I'm an old man. So, Hotspot, we were talking about this earlier in the stream, right? And people were saying the Bears were going to draft the USC quarterback. And I said that's not what they need. I think the Bears need to get back to Chicago Bears football, which is running the ball and playing solid defense. I think where they went wrong was starting to try and get fancy with their offense and get these quarterbacks start a passing game. They need to get back to Chicago Bears football, the Brian Urlachers, the Dick Buckuses, the Mike Singletaries, Richard Dent, Walter Payton. They need to get back to, that's what I call Bears football. And then I think it'll be a rivalry game again. Yeah, I mean, I'm in a DC kingdom. Everyone knocks DC kingdoms, but we can get crazy too. This is last KVK. 11 million deads. So everyone says, oh, there's no fighting in DCs. DCs are full of farmers. Some of them are. But there can be fighting. You just got to be online when the fighting breaks out. If you're not online for the first 24 to 72 hours after each pass opens, you're not going to get your kills. Yeah, and that's dot mode. That's a problem when you're in a bigger kingdom, right? Is you get that lag. You almost have to fight in dot mode. That's not a normal DC player. You're right. I'm not quite a normal DC player, but I mean, look at the individual kills, right? I mean, these are all DC players. Yeah, I mean, it's not no 60 GT. It's no, 1365. It's no 1093. But I mean, you got players with kills in here. B Seed had a 4-hour pass rally last KVK. Here is our long rally this KVK. What is that, 55 minutes? Yeah, exactly, Gosu. And they have, when I first came to 1029, our KVKs were easy. Granted, we had MF here as well, right? 600, 700 million power player can make a KVK easy. But in the same respect, it was quite easy. Most of the C&D kingdoms that we faced were, for lack of a better term, pushovers. With the Autrix system and only so many players getting those rewards at the end of every KVK, more and more players are going back to lower seed kingdoms. The gap is narrowing between the A seed, the B seed, the C seed, and the D seed. And we have experienced much more competitive KVKs the last 3 or 4 KVKs we have had. And it is, for me, I've been in 1039 when it was at its peak with Solomar and Chisgul. I've been in 1052 to win Osiris League. We actually Nugget in 1254 kicked our ass in one of the KVKs, but I have much more fun playing in a low seed kingdom with a great group of people than I ever had being a nameless face in the crowd in one of those A seed Imperium kingdoms. I guess I'd rather be a big fish in a small pond than a small fish in a big pond. AG, what's going on? Good to see you. Let me pop my boosts before I actually forget these. So I'll wake up in the morning and none of those boosts will be going, and then I'll have to use 8-hour boosts and pop those twice. I mean, we have about 45 main accounts here. All of these R3s are main accounts. R4s are obviously main accounts. And then, most everybody's got 1 or 2 or 3 or 10 farms. It's nice to jump on Discord and say hello and everybody knows you by your voice. Mad. I don't even have to look at Discord when people come on Discord, and they just have to say hi and I know who they are. Whereas when I was in 1052 and I jumped on Discord the first time, the first words out of Slouty's mouth were, "Who the fuck is this guy?" I didn't know. You're not supposed to say hello. You're not supposed to talk. You're just supposed to shut up and listen. Okay. Yeah, these big KVKs are fun to watch. And when I see KVKs like this, do I miss it? A little bit, yeah. But then when I see the lag that some of these guys are having in these KVKs, I'm like, okay, all right, am I missing it for 30 seconds? Yeah, that's out the door. I like where I'm at. Hey, well, hopefully we can team up with you if we move up to a CC Gosu. That'd be fun. Yeah, I mean, the C&D kingdoms are becoming much more organized and much more competitive. '93T is burning in the south. Enough with the pew pew. Enough. So in the Tides of War KVK we're in, we turned in one of these Crusader flags to an Alliance Archer tower, and we had somebody on Discord who every time it shot an arrow at a city, they would say pew, 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 pew. After a half hour of that, I lost it. I lost it. Yeah, it's sometimes the matchmaking for a C&D kingdom is absolute trash, but there are high CC'd kingdoms that will manipulate matchmaking as well, right? And there are low BC'd kingdoms that will manipulate matchmaking as well. Kingdoms will remove all their equipment, remove all their armaments, fill their hospitals, and do things like that so that they get a better matchup. The last KVK we were in, I swear some of those were A-seed kingdoms. When you looked at the 1093 power rankings, they were listed as A and B kingdoms, yet they came into the KVK with C and D seed kingdoms. So I know damn well there are kingdoms out there that are low A's, high B's, low B's, that are manipulating their matchmaking in order to try and get favorable matchups. The pew pew emoji and the murder ball emoji are on my list. Whenever I place an order for emojis, I like to do it 5 at a time. So we need 3 more possible emojis, and those will be put on the membership list. Absolutely. Oh yeah, they reset all talent trees too. I mean, there's a lot of things that you can do as a kingdom to get favorable matchmaking. I don't agree with doing it. We try and keep our farms low power. We ask people to have only 100,000 T4, T5 sieges at the most. T1s, fine, keep those for farming. But there are things that we do to try and keep our power low. But I'm not going to go and ask everyone to remove their equipment and remove their armaments and reset their talent trees and shit like that. We go into a KVK, we match up with who we match up against, and we have fun doing it. You can't do farms to the cloud anymore, though, right? Because we had a couple high power accounts that nobody ever played on. They were like shared accounts that we would share between ourselves, or if Mad Phantom wanted to come and play with us, he would use one of those accounts, or if Hova wanted to come and play, he would come and use one of those accounts. But so we let it go to the cloud, and then once matchmaking started, we noticed it was not on the registration list. So there were kingdoms that would let big accounts go to the cloud. As soon as matchmaking was over, those players would log back in and be able to fight in KVK. You can't do that anymore. We do not crab rave on my channel. Sorry. 1316 is, they are insane. I know several players in 1316. They just beat 2489 in Ark of Osiris, if I understand it correctly. But 1316 and 1846 in their own camp, that's crazy. It is 30 days to go to the cloud, yes. And domain system. Let's talk about the domain system for a minute, right? I'm not a fan. I mean, you're going to have kingdoms with like 93, 2605. You're going to have kingdoms with 2 or 3 or 4 domains, right? And obviously they're going to take their best fighters in with the main group. Well, if those second, third, fourth domains are getting matched up against C and DC kingdoms, and those domains don't have rally leads, don't have garrison leads, and are just there to farm, that is absolutely going to ruin KVKs for many, many players in lower C kingdoms. I do not agree with the domain system whatsoever. Cloud accounts do not count for matchmaking. Yeah, we had a couple players leave and go to 13-16, and they are crazy fighters. So I don't know, if they only have 80 players and they're an A seed, they're doing an awfully good job at what they're doing. Yeah, exactly, Nugget. And if you have, like I have 10 farms, right? If I was in an Imperium Kingdom, I would transfer all my resources before KVK and let all my farms go into the other domains. And I'm not going to play on those farm accounts while KVK is going on my main account. It's going to be absolutely useless for those lower seed kingdoms then. I get it. Well, Lilith may not give a fuck for lower seed kingdoms, but they should. We're players too. We spend money too, we play the game too. We stream content too, I haven't seen it yet in KVK myself, but from what I understand, 2605, one of 2605's domains, is gonna get carried in KVK, and they're gonna get a star, right? So it's. I mean, you can't help but laugh. One of 2605's domains is gonna get a star, but 2605 more than likely won't. And I don't want an easy KVK fighting against a domain that's all farms, right? I don't want that. I enjoy competitive KVKs. My original kingdom is in a camp with 846's 2 CD domain, and they're a ghost town. Exactly. It's going to kill KVKs for lower seed kingdoms, because you need, I mean, we have farms, right? But our farms don't have alliance credits on to be building flags all over the place, to be dropping forts all over the place. You need those 5 kingdoms and the forts and the flags that they can build with their main alliance credits to be effective in a KVK. And it just, I don't know. We'll see. We're moving up to C seed hopefully in the near future. Got 17 people coming in. Well, maybe 16. I don't know. I got to talk to Gumbo about that shit. But and we're still recruiting. If you're in the Asian time zone, if you're in the New Zealand time zone, Aussie time zone, we're looking for players in that time zone. That's kind of what we're lacking at the moment. I think we're pretty well set on players in that 50 to 80 to 90 million range. If you're a spender in KVK and want to come here, absolutely. We'll definitely take a look. Message me on Discord. We will set up some time to talk. I will go over the kingdom rules and answer any questions you have, and we'll go from there. If you have 3 domains and your 3 domains each are in a camp that occupies the zig at the end, yes, those would all get stars. We're getting people from all over. Big kingdoms, small kingdoms, all over. Got some good recruits coming in. Some, and for us, it's not all about the kill and deads. It's not all about the stats. If you come play with us, you'll get the stats. It's more about finding high character individuals that are going to fit in with the group of players that are here. Most of us that are here have been there, have done that, and we're playing the game for fun. We're playing the game for each other. We win more than we lose. I think we are it'll be 7-3 soon in KVK since I've been here. We probably win 4 Ark of Osiris matches for every one that we lose. We win more than we lose. We have fun doing it. But I would rather bring in high character players than, toxic asshats that are going to just absolutely ruin the vibe we have going on here. Mad Mania says yes, please. So Mad's in the UK, but he is on night shift duties when most of the EU players and American players are asleep. Mad is still up. Having Discord is a requirement. We ask that people are on Discord when fighting breaks out. Being on voice. If you can't talk, that's fine, as long as you can listen. Yeah, communication is critical. Unless you're going to jump on Discord and say, pew, pew, pew. If you're in the Asian and New Zealand time zone and you want to come here, definitely apply. We can have a conversation. If you're in the U.S. EU time zone and your account is, shoot me a message on Discord. We'll have a look. I'll have a look. If I have questions on it, I'll run it past our migration team. And we can go from there, right? I mean, the worst you can do is message me on Discord, say, hey, dude, I'm interested. Send me some screenshots of your account, and the worst thing that can happen is I say, sorry, grow your account a little bit more. You're no worse off than you are now, right? Is there a way to avoid the domain system? Play in a kingdom with less than 800 players in it. All gaming, I'm in Central Time, but usually play overnight. Yeah, see. I'm Central Time also, but I'm more a EU time zone because I wake up at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. on a daily basis, and generally I'm in bed by 8 or 9 p.m. I'm one of those silver hairs, right? I'm eating dinner at 4 p.m.
Fight!
Mad Mania can stay up for 26 hours straight. He's a young man. And he drinks a lot of tea. I'm gonna have to start drinking English tea or something if it keeps me awake for those long marathons. Morning, Car. How many likes are we at now? 77. I got about 40 minutes left in me, and then I got to jump off and do a couple things before I hit the sack. So let's get to 100, guys. I'll drop 5 gifted memberships if we get to 100. It's all about the mental toughness. You can do it. I don't know. See, stayed up, 21 hours straight fighting before. When I do that, though, it takes me a good 2 weeks to recover. I mean, seriously. Bartholomew, what's going on? I have not studied the 365 KVK. I've been sent a couple screenshots. Maybe I'll look at them tomorrow. I'm not streaming tomorrow. I got some migration interviews to do. Maybe I'll look at them tomorrow and we can talk about them on Friday. 96 hours straight? How much cocaine did you do? No, I'm just kidding. Don't do coke, kids. Just say no to drugs. That's insane. Well, I won't give you a verbal tongue lashing, but I have some choice words to text you. So it looks like the bulk of the fighting is down here. Let's zoom out on the map and show why. If 93 cuts this little arm of territory here, there's a nice chunk of red that goes gray. So I think that's why 960 is fully invested with their players online to defend this area down here at the moment. They already cut out 60 GT, the main alliance. They already cut out one of these sub-alliances, 60 FN. Right, so now it's just, it's slowly and methodically working their way to the right-hand side of the map. I mean, who is it? Grey Worm tried to do 48 straight hours of Marauders. I think he fell asleep twice on his stream, if I remember correctly, and got himself sick, and after like 40 hours, he was done. He was done. No, Gumbo, I'm not going to give you a tongue lashing or anything, man. I consider you a friend. You're always here. We're always talking in DMs. I want you to be happy and do what makes you happy. And if that means staying in the kingdom you're in and not coming to 1029, then hey, it's up to you, brother. It is entirely your choice. I'd love to have you here. I'd love to have your son here. I'd love to have the other couple people that you said might come over. Love to have y'all here, but if that's what you decide and you're still having fun playing the game, absolutely. You do what makes you happy, my friend. I don't know that they're allied. I think 2605 is taking advantage of the situation. I think 2605 has a beef with 1960 and vice versa. I think, in any free-for-all KVK, you're going to have kingdoms that take advantage of the situation. If 960's over here fighting 93 and I was 2605, I'd be nipping at their backside as well, burning flags, gaining as much territory over there as I could. If 93 is down here fighting 960, I'd be attacking 93 if I was 2605 as well. You just have to take advantage of the situation that you're in. We can look back to that 365, 254, 1556 KVK, right? 1556 and 254, they didn't like each other. 1556's only objective in that KVK is for 1254 not to win. And then when 1365 it started attacking 1254, people jumped all over them, said, oh, they made a deal, they made a deal. No, 1365 was taking advantage of the situation because 1254 was focused on 1556. You know, you can't blame them for that. It's not that a backdoor deal was made. In a free-for-all, you're free to do whatever you need to do to advance your kingdom. I wanted that lashing. Yeah, I bet you did. You're into feet picks too, so we know your mind works a little differently than most people's. 17 more likes. Can we get that in 15, 20 minutes? Can we get that? 17 more likes. There's 121 watching, so there's no reason we should not be able to. Yeah, 254 had some great KVKs. I already pressed like twice. Smart ass. I mean, this flag has got to be hard to defend, right? You got a river crossing to get there. There's very few cities that can port in on that side of the river. I mean, this river is perfectly positioned for GT to kind of maintain this territory, and that's, you know, maybe that's what they're doing. Because this river here also, right? I mean, 93's got a little bit of territory here. And maybe they're just buying time. That's a lot of freaking marches, though. Goodness gracious. Zenith, the 12% attack, negative 10% archer defense, not one I'm getting. I mean, we've got probably 2 more days of fighting in Kingsland, I would say. At least. I mean, GT's not going down without a fight. 960 not going down without a fight, that's for sure. You know, I've been saying it for a week. I think 960 is the X factor. We'll see how far they can get with their territory before 960 has to, or 2605 is the X factor. We'll see how far they can get with their territory before 960 actually has to go and pay attention to them. That's 5% defense. My guess is 960 has another one somewhere. Just like this here, this is 10% march speed, but 960 already has one. So those don't stack, so it's no use to them if they just, it's no skin off of their nose if they just let it fly. Wasn't that flag just repairing? We missed it. Clap says 24 hours and they're at the gate. You think? Where did all the 960 players go? And maybe they know this flag can't be repaired again and they just let this one burn. If this flag can't be repaired again, then, you know, that flag goes down. There's nothing else touching the 960 territory right here, and they can repair this flag. In the same respect, they already backbuilt a flag here, so this flag goes down. You're not losing much of anything. You're letting 93 gain a bit more ground here if that flag goes down. Maybe one or two cities it could teleport in, but knowing 960, they'll probably teleport some farms here, bubble them up, and call it a day, and go fight elsewhere on the map. There was a Boudica YSG cheeseburger. $7.51, $4.20. Sorry, missed that message. The fort drop? Is it really 93 though? Yeah, it's a 93. So if 1093 starts pushing at this past 7, and this past 7 up here also, ouch, ouch. And then what, maybe they take this past 8? God only knows. I mean, they could potentially get this past 8 in the next 24 hours. I don't think they'll get to this one, though. $740, $700. Looks like 960 players might be coming online now. It's what? It's 10:30 a.m. in South Korea. Noon, 12:30 p.m. just after noon in Australia. 4:30 a.m. in Saudi Arabia. 1:30 a.m. in London. Go to bed, Mad Mania. 7:30 p.m. where I'm at. Ryan says, would it benefit 2605 and 60 to let 2605 pop over to 93 and hit 93 on two fronts? So the thing is, though, is 2605 gonna actually go all in on 93 if that happens? And I agree. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. But I don't think 2605 and 1960 are I think there's some bad blood there. That's all I'm saying. Pilots woke up. Let's see if we can. About even on the murder balls, I would say. Where's their Archer Tower player, though? Setting up an Archer Tower like right here. Pew, pew, pew. Yeah, I mean, how long will the players in 2605, like the Fluffy Ponies, the Yodas, how long will they stay there if they're not getting Autric inscriptions? I know when MF was playing and we won KVK and had an Autric, he did not have a season coin to actually get it. He didn't save a season coin. He was buying that equipment. So I don't know how many. I know all the armaments chests MF opened. He got 2 legendaries from the armaments chests. So I know he's got 2 legendary inscriptions at least, and I'm sure Fluffy Pony has purchased quite a few more armaments chests since he took over the account. So he's probably got more legendaries. But at the same time, who knows? This guy's just getting him to chase. I mean, that's not bad strategy, right? Drag some of them away from that murder ball. I'd be yelling at these guys right now, get your asses back up here. Don't chase the easy kills. Oh, special inscription? Is that what we're calling it now? Special and rare, I guess. Oh, they have enough pilots, they have enough resources, I'm sure they have enough speed ups to fight for weeks straight, but if your flags are getting lit on fire consistently, you're still losing territory, and the objective is to control the Zig at the end. It's not to get into Kingsland and fight for 2 weeks straight, it's to control the Zig at the end. So if they continue to lose territory, yeah, fighting for 2 weeks, kudos, good job. Would you rather fight for 2 weeks straight? Or win the KVK? Thank you, Mad. 4 more likes and we drop 5 gifted subs. So smash that like button, guys. Oh, I might have rung the bell a little early there. Got to see the king skills go down here first. Murder ball for 93 is coming up from below. I don't see it. See, this kind of bothers me, right? If 960 knows 93 has more players, more marches, why didn't they push the field before this murder boat with all these 93 players got here? Because it was about even when we last zoomed out in dot mode, right? But now it looks like they're going to be outnumbered 2-1 with more marches pouring in. Now, granted, 1960's got marches still coming to the murder ball too, but there comes a point in time where, just like in the middle for Arco Osiris, right? If you can see that you clearly outnumber or are evenly matched and think you have better equipment, better gear than the opponent, you got to move in. There's a pew pew tower right there. Somebody's watching the stream and heard me say set it up on the other side of the river. The most effective that I see archer towers is when they're placed opposite corner of the river. Here we go. Looks like they're coming.
Fight!
I'm glad we have a PC that we don't have to turn simplified graphics on. I really am. Let me know when we hit 100, please, Mad, because it doesn't refresh on my side. So now, yeah, this dude needs to take this archer tower right up here. I'm sure he's got 3, 4, 5, 6 marches fighting in the murder ball as well, but well, that was weak. Did we hit 100? Let me refresh and double check. Sure as shit. Boom, boom. Make sure you have gifted memberships enabled, because here they come. Paul Gaming, Car, John Doe, Esteban, Pirate. Congratulations, guys. You now have access to all the wonderful Electro King emojis. If your YouTube is linked to your Discord account, you have access to the Touchdown Club on my Discord server, link in the description. Appreciate you all for getting us to 100 likes today. For hanging out for the last, 2 hours, 15 minutes or so. Watching KVK, keeping me occupied, keeping me busy, keeping me awake. Used to start work at about 4 a.m., but with my new position in the company, they want me to work more normal hours, so I've been trying to stay up later so I sleep later, but it seems like no matter how late I stay up, I just frickin' wake up at 3 a.m. every day. So we're going to try it again tonight. Fell asleep in the recliner last night. Watching The Curse of Oak Island. I don't know how many seasons that show's been on now. I'm still waiting for them to find that fucking treasure. Well, the more territory they lose, right, T-Pro? The more territory they lose, the less farms that they can port in to fill those flags. The more they're going to have to dedicate main accounts to filling those flags, and that then means less troops on the field. Sorry, guys, these freaking red dots are bugging the shit out of me. They're never going to find the treasure? I don't know. All the stuff that's been done on that island over since the 1200s. Somebody was doing something there. Why would there be a military encampment there in the 1200s, the 1300s? Before Columbus, quote unquote, even discovered America. I'm not a huge baseball fan. I loved baseball back in the 80s when the Milwaukee Brewers were actually good. Well, they've been good. They've got good pitching right now, but when they get into the playoffs, they just get destroyed by the bigger market teams. But Robin Yount, Gorman Thomas, Ben Ogilvy, Raleigh Fingers, Paul Molitor, Jim Gantner, that's when I was more into baseball. I played baseball at that point in my life too. How come I never get a gifted sub? I don't know. You just make sure you have gifting enabled. I don't know if you're watching on a phone. Sometimes you can't enable it from a phone. You have to do that on the PC. But I mean, all the different stuff they're finding on that Oak Island, that small island, there's got to be something there. We'd probably see it on the news, though, if they really found something before we'd actually see it on TV. Yeah, no, I live in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. I grew up in Madison, Wisconsin. Moved up to Oshkosh after I met my wife. She was going to college at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. We moved up here to get married. That's where she's from. Curse of Oak Island is on the History Channel. I don't know if they've got it on Netflix or not. But I never got into basketball. The Milwaukee Bucks were really never any good until Giannis joined the team. So, and I'll watch them if they're in the playoffs and stuff. But always been a Packers fan, long as I can remember. You know, my dad was chairman of the church board, and my mom was a Sunday school teacher, so we went to church every single Sunday. Church was done at like 11:30 every single Sunday, you know, and they'd have to stay and talk to people, and I'd be like, let's go, the Packers are on, let's go. And then it'd be like, oh, okay, let's get in the car, family. Should we go to Pizza Hut today for lunch? And my brother and sister were always like, yeah, let's go. And I'd be like, no, let's go home. I gotta watch David Whitehurst and Brent Fullwood lose again. Come on, let's go. Or it'd be like, no, the Packers are playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is one of the games they'll win this year, right? Giandra says, I'm glad if 60 GT lose. Maybe their first loss will bring them down to earth a little bit. This is the map currently. I mean, I know players in both these kingdoms. I'm not really rooting for one or the other. I just enjoy watching these great fights. Brother-in-law lives in West Bend. Hey, that's about an hour south of me, give or take. Yeah, I think baseball would be better if they had revenue sharing and salary caps. You know, I mean, you got the Dodgers, you got the Yankees, you got the Red Sox that just can throw incredible amounts of money at the top players, and you know, it just small market teams like the Brewers really don't stand much of a chance. Today while I was working, Amazon Prime had like a 2 hour and a half documentary on Giannis. I watched that. Pretty interesting. His entire life, moving from Nigeria to Greece, and you know, literally selling sunglasses on the beach to buy food to feed the family for that given night, going from not knowing where your next meal is coming from to being two-time MVP in the NBA. Just, I mean, it was a good feel-good story. You know, passing up big contracts from teams like the Lakers and the Celtics and the Knicks to stay in Milwaukee because they're the ones that gave him a shot, and he felt that loyalty and that family pride, and you know, it just, I don't know, it made me feel good. It's a good one. It's a good one. Watch it if you can. Last week or so, I watched the one on Barry Sanders. You know, probably the greatest running back that I have ever seen play football. It stuck on a Detroit Lions team that was really not building around him like they should have. I think I lost my appeal for baseball when, Mark McGwire, Jose Canseco, Barry Bonds, they were all allegedly juicing, that whole home run thing in the 90s, I think it was. Offense, I like watching good pitching and good defense more than I like, an offensive show. But, I mean, I still have, I collect football cards. I collect, not baseball cards per se, but my favorite player of ever all time is Robin Yount. So I have a lot of Robin Yount baseball cards. Got his rookie card, PSA 9, got his 1976 Topps O-Pee-Chee card, PSA 10. Packers football cards, I collect mainly the rookies. I've got a handful of Jordan Loves, a bunch of Aaron Rodgers rookies, several Brett Favre rookie cards that are graded. I'll scoop up as many rookie cards as I can of the Packers as soon as the rookies come out before they make it big, and then just hang on to them. Slowly sell them off over time once they get big, and keep, get them graded. Keep the best graded one for myself. Lambeau still remembers Babe Ruth's rookie year. NFC North, I mean, Packers and Lions, right? The Vikings, I don't know. We'll have to see what they do if Cousins stays there, if they can surround him, if they can stay healthy. Justin Jefferson's an outstanding wide receiver, but I think Jair Alexander has shown that he can cover Jefferson one-on-one. It'll be interesting. See what the Bears do in the offseason. I think the fact that the Packers and the Lions both made it to the divisional round of the playoffs, I think there's something to be said about the NFC North. But I think we are going to call it here, guys. I'm going to do my daily stuff on Rise of Kingdoms, things that will probably bore you. I know you're all here to watch KVK. So we're going to get you over to another streamer that is playing in this KVK. I don't know if you know him or not, but when you get over there, just hashtag Lambeau Raid. There's probably a delay going on his stream. I think it's required by his kingdom. When you get there, be sure and wish Redline happy birthday from Lambeau. I appreciate each and every one of you for hanging out. Again, no stream tomorrow. We're doing some migration interviews, but we'll be back on Friday. Maybe we'll see if Apocalypse wants to play some Fall Guys on Friday and have some fun there. Thanks, guys, girls, ladies, gentlemen. Have a great day, good evening, good morning, wherever you are, and we'll see y'all next time. Thank you much.